Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 131.8 pounds, wearing black with gold and red trim. He has a record of 28 fights, 22 wins, with only 6 defeats. From Romania, Chereji. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 132.2 pounds, wearing teal and white. He's undefeated, 8 fights, 8 wins, 4 big wins inside the distance. From Birmingham, Spider, Ibraheem Sulaimaan.
Yeah, out in number 9 for Ibraheem Sulaimaan from Birmingham.
Okay, fellas, if a cold break, I expect to take a step back. Don't deliberately throw punches around the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Look.
8 3-minute rounds in the super featherweight division. The division, the man to my right knows very well, former WBO super featherweight champion Barry Jones. 20 pounds, please.
A little bit heavier than that. Not much.
Yeah, he's been impressive, Ibraheem Sulaimaan, hasn't he, Barry?
Yeah, he's really good to watch, isn't he? Explosive, athletic, a lot of awkward as well. All these things that you don't want to come up against, he has that. And a good temperament too, as well, with it, Darren.
Yeah, I think that was the word you used there, explosive. He's exactly that. Always looking to impress, as I said, in his ring walk there. But in with a tough opponent here, James Chereji. Good record, solid puncher. Just the 6 defeats, and of those he's only been stopped once.
But again, going the 8 rounds last time out, you know, that's good work for you, and also, you know, just gives you a little bit of grounding. You know, when you're stepping up, slowly stepping up the level. You know, the shots that were making people grimace and fall over early in your career, it's not going to happen for you. So, you know, he did pick his shots well, but it shows you have to have some patience as well with your work.
That only stoppage defeat for Chereji came to former world champion Liam Paro 5 years ago, however. Also lost to Danny Quartermain June last year. He actually dropped Quartermain in the first with a lovely left hook, so Sulaimaan is going to have to stay switched on.
That's the sort of point, you know, Quartermain, you know, the way advanced the way Sulaimaan is in his career. I'm not saying anything better, just way advanced in his career. And that was a WBO European title fight, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, it shows the ambition that him and his team have for him. Even though the guy didn't win the fight, there was only one winner, he made him work, made Quartermain work for it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. As you say, he's passed every test so far, Sulaimaan. He's looked good. He's had to overcome some awful moments in his career. He was cut against Kevin Tranter. It was a terrible cut. But a nice composed start to this contest. Just having a look, trying to take the range away and the distance away from Chereji. Yeah, just taking a little step back there, Barry.
Yeah, I was going to say, just little small movements with the feet, isn't it? Just keeping it double. Again, keeping it nice and long, good with the long shots there. Not rushing his work, but still being very positive here, Sulaimaan. Nice start to the round. That's what he wants to fight to start this week.
That was a nice little step back there, looking for the left. Uppercut through the middle. Good composed start. Good work to the body. Lovely work. Left hand to finish as well. Good opening round from Sulaimaan. Into the second round we go. This also a super featherweight contest. Ibraheem Sulaimaan, James Chereji from Romania. Good, educated opening round from Sulaimaan. Managed by JK, who's ringside rapper. Do you know, you're a fan of JK's music? Yeah.
It's not my sort of go-to.
No?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Who go-to out of curiosity? Elvis? Tom Jones.
Uncle Jones, Uncle Tom, we call him.
Good jab, sharp. A little bit short with that, but you see the speed anyway from Sulaimaan.
I like the movement, the upper body movement when he does that. That gives him rhythm to let those punches go like that there. You can just see a prime example of it.
And this is that intent, explosiveness from Sulaimaan that's impressed us. Sharp with everything he does. His reactions are very good. The footwork, the hands.
See those little fidgety movements, so that just gives him with that, see, it'll move his head offline, but also give him a little look at a different angle of attack.
Lots of natural flair is in there from Sulaimaan. Really enjoys himself in there.
But that's the job. Just nice long snappy jab. Just keep flicking it out, and then force him to make a mistake. And you've got a nice wide stance there. You can sit on that back foot, let him walk onto the shots.
He announced himself, didn't he, with that incredible debut, destroying Jesus Gonzalez in the second round. Very, very impressive. It really has.
It's a lovely jab. Even though he's moving back, but he gets enough, just a little stab with that front foot. Just get a bit of some weight on that right-hand jab.
The third 8th rounder for Sulaimaan. Another name on the record of Chereji. Lost to John O'Carroll. That again back in 2022.
That's what he needs to do here, Sulaimaan. It's on Chereji now to close that gap, to take that risk, to try and land on the target. And when he does, then you throw that left uppercut through the middle, or you bang that left hand right down the line.
Yeah, he's just dictating, isn't he, behind that southpaw jab. Not taking any unnecessary risks. That was a nice right to the body, though, from Chereji. He's trying to pick his moments here, not wasting anything. He knows if he misses, he's going to get hit with something back, so he's not taking any silly risks. Third round. Here, our last fight on prelims here at the Utilita Arena in Sheffield. Packed night, live from 7 p.m. The rematch, Bilal Fawaz versus Janae Bostan, Josh Padley, Reece Bellotti. Then that main event, Dave Allen, the White Rhino versus AllenMakmoudov. Back to this one, Ibraheem Sulaimaan. Got a puzzle in front of him, a tough, solid puzzle in 31-year-old Romanian James Chereji.
Yeah, he can start putting his punches together now, can't he, Sulaimaan? I think you've seen what Chereji's got to offer now, I think. Start to read what his rhythm is. Nice.
He just kept him thinking, hasn't he, Chereji? Every now and again, just winging in a big right hand or a left hook.
But even he leans over, he doesn't lean over the front foot, he leans over that front knee, so he's on you without being off balance, and the hands are high, so he's always a threatening figure in front of you, isn't he? But with that, Sulaimaan has got the ability to whip those shots in, and I mean whip him, flick him in like that.
Picking the right shot there as he fell short with the right to the body. Sulaimaan for a nice left uppercut. He just put the shot there, he didn't load up with it. He's going to have to be quick with his feet here, Chereji. If he's going to mount an attack, he can't be sloppy, he can't have that head over the front foot. He will get made to pay.
Well, he's got to throw one as soon as Sulaimaan holds his feet to let his punches go. Chereji got to go then, straight away. Got to try and judge that and time that.
Good footwork, good head movement, more intent there, just stepping in behind a double jab, Chereji.
Good shot there.
Yeah,
Oh, again, lovely shot, left hand there from Sulaimaan. Just timing
So
Chereji
quick, isn't he,
forward.
with the counters, Barry?
Yeah, he really
so
is.
quick. The reactions, the footwork, and the speed of hand. So impressive.
But again, though, because your elbows are tucked in tight, it means you don't open them, you don't flay them out. And if you turn the body, which usually when you feel your elbows touching the body, you'll turn your body, and then that natural athletic movement comes into play, and it means you have no tell on your punches then. And you get the weight in the shot. It's what you need to throw. People think when you want to throw a heavy shot, I can't talk about power. When you have a heavy shot, you have to almost swing them in, but it's not the case.
Yeah, picking the shots nicely. Chereji looks to land heavy shots, trying to be aggressive on the front foot, but every time he does, he gets caught with good, solid counters. There is the Utilita Arena, and here's the highlights of Ibraheem Sulaimaan.
Yeah, look at that there. Yeah, that's the thing about the shot, but half blocked him and then comes back with a lovely shot. And again, then left hand over the top there, just showing a different bit of variety. Good reactions, good counter punching there from Sulaimaan.
Into the fourth round we go. Ibraheem Sulaimaan, James Chereji. And it's been sharp, smart boxing from Sulaimaan. He's not taking any silly risks. Already mentioned the power of Chereji. 10 stoppages from his 22 wins. So there's a dig there. He can whack. He's been in with good opposition, as I've pointed out. So good matchmaking this at the right time, I'd say, for Sulaimaan.
I mean, it's an ambitious matching, I think, but I think it's right for his talent, I would say that. But he needs you, Chereji needs you to want to engage with him for that power to come into play. I think the constant moving here from Sulaimaan. Yeah, I mean, constant movement. I was going to say, without ever running, he's always moving to put his feet in position to throw a shot.
Double left hook there. He started upstairs with that left hand. The hands went high of Chereji, then he dropped the left to the body, and again just waiting for a sloppy shot to come out from the Romanian so he can look for the counter again. If you're Chereji, what chance does he have? What's the best tactic for him?
Well, you've got to get him here. You've got to put him in a corner or on the ropes where his options to move are limited. That's first and foremost, because not just with the movement that you can't hit him, Sulaimaan needs that movement to get the little bit of a bend in his knees to produce the speed and the power. So if you get him flat-footed on the ropes or in the corner, you take the speed away and it gives you an opportunity to jump on him. But you've got to close the gap. How do you do that? Double jab is usually the option. Feinting with your front foot. Or the old-fashioned way is head down, backside up. I can't say what I really want to say, but I mean that's what. I mean, literally charge into him, sort of thing. Rush him.
It's been the speed, the IQ, the intelligence from Ibraheem Sulaimaan that's been impressive here so far.
But there is an in. So when he comes off his toes and he stands here, then you can see he rocks those shoulders side to side, moves his head. He's looking for an angle of attack. In that moment, that is possibly your opportunity to jump on him. But you can't. If you throw a single shot, he's going to fire off it. So you've got to throw in 2 3s or possibly 4. And
4 maximum, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah,
when you look at the way Chereji looks to exchange, as he does there when he lets a flurry of shots go, so you can still be. Lovely left uppercut. He took that well, Chereji.
But I mean, with Chereji throwing single shots, that's allowing Sulaimaan just to time him or not worry about it. You can block that, you can evade the one shot and look to counter back off it. But when there's 2 or 3, it's harder. You have to retreat, and you just steal the space and push him back.
Oh, good work again, nice flurry, good work and defensive skills from Sulaimaan. He enjoyed the end of that round, did the man from Birmingham.
So early in your career. I found my distance at 28 and I retired at 25.
As I said, WBO super featherweight champion Barry Jones. Into the 5th round we go.
I found my distance and he was sat in on the chair outside the ring.
In the venue that is housed some great names, most recently Kell Brook. Dave Allen's turn this evening against the Lion AllenMakmoudov. There's been big names mentioned for the winner there. If
just in the shop window, aren't you?
Yeah, you are, of course you are.
And in this generation where fantasy's the new reality, a boxing, it's shot.
Yeah, it was a right hand there from Chereji.
Literally any fight can be made, any fight now. I mean, you just don't know where you're going to go if you get a good win.
In the glamour division that is the heavyweight. There was Anthony Joshua mentioned for AllenMakmoudov if he was to win. Deontay Wilder if Dave Allen was to win. Who would have fought it?
Oh, some story that Dave Allen's doing, it really is.
And do you know what? Testament to the man. He's worked so hard to get where he is. He's made the sacrifices, become a father, and really knuckled down. And
I resisted to get on board for a long time. I thought, hang on a minute, dude. Just like it's just like every other boxer. Some have your chances, win some, lose some. You have to, but I've bought into it now. I'm 100%. Like it's a great story, it really is.
That our main event this evening. This our last contest on prelims, the second half of this contest, 8-rounder in the super featherweight division. It's been educated, it's been good, smart from Sulaimaan.
I think it's been a really good performance, I really do. He's up against a guy here, okay, a guy with 6 wins, 6 losses, but 22 wins, by the way. And like you said, 10 by stoppage, so you can punch a little bit. In this division,
with a good quality group of opponents.
Just recently, Danny Quartermine, that's enough, isn't it? So, you know,
the only man to stop him, that 5 years ago. So yeah, a step up for Sulaimaan. He's passing the test so far. Doing the right thing, Barry. Doesn't need to take silly risks, does he, with someone who can punch.
And someone with experience
that
far succeeds his. So I think he's boxing well. And again, he understands his range, and that's such a plus. There's always going to be a critic, and we're quite often it. And I say you could do more, you should do more, but it's about stages in your career what you need to do to win a fight.
That was a flashy lead, right uppercut there from Sulaimaan, a little spin-off after. Again, demonstrating that terrific accuracy.
You know, it didn't work. It was just the way he planted his feet as well. That's it, he threw the body shot, knowing he was going to retreat, and he didn't quite land with that left hand over the top. But obviously, just going through the motions with it was really good. I suppose so. I was the first world champion they had, I know that.
3 more to go here. Final fight on prelims. Ibraheem Sulaimaan from Birmingham. Looks impressive so far. Without taking Ricky Burns, yeah, 3-weight world champion.
You know, the super featherweight, you rocking that team, by the way, a really good game.
Worked nice behind that lead right hand, Sulaimaan. Dropping down the left to the body there. Good variation, just up in the tempo slightly here.
I like that chopping down right hook there.
You see the damage, you know, heavy hitters like a Golovkin can throw shots like that, don't they? The big, turning the knuckles right down onto the target.
What people don't realise, with those front 2 knuckles, it's not only that it generates all that power into a shorter space, it's the bones go right into your arm there, so you don't break your arm. And people think you break your knuckles on it, you break your arm, hit your hand.
Again, when he looks to mount an attack there, it was a little obvious, and he walked onto a nice right hook from Sulaimaan. It's almost the speed of everything that Sulaimaan done is kind of stopping Chereji from throwing now, because he knows he's going to get caught with something.
And for the most part, he knows Chereji's movements as well, doesn't he?
And how do you nullify that? If you know that you're in there with a far superior, quicker man, is there anything you can do?
I think
you're relying on time in there, a mistake from your opponent.
Yeah, but I said there's a pocket there. It's all, everything's an educated risk, of course, but there's a time there when he holds his feet for a little while. See the little when he first started doing that little rocking and shifting the shoulders. If you're reading it, and it's hard to do it in the game of your corner should be reading it for you. That's your chance to go, because you lack the speed, but you double jab your way in. That speeds you up. If you stab with the front foot with the double jab, that'll naturally speed you up and get you close to the target. And you just got to let your hands go down, I think. But what you can't do against someone who has better timing, rhythm, speed is throw single shots. You just can't do it. But they just pick you off, lean back, and do what Sulaiman's doing.
Exactly what he done there. Beautiful footwork. Whether you're watching this on the Zone or Matchroom's YouTube channel, let us know in the comments who you think you favour this evening. Not just in the main event, but chief support, that rematch between Fawaz and Bostan. Padley versus Bellotti. It is a fun card.
Someone asked me, what's the card? I said, it's just a fun card. Every fight's got a really good, potential to be a really good scrap. He's boxed so well. He really has.
Yeah.
But his 9th fight, this is really, really good performance.
And a step up, as we've said. Yeah, a small skip in the step as he walks back to that corner. Ibrahim Sulaimaan, coach there, asked him to take some deep breaths. But he's enjoying himself in there, you can tell.
Against the guy who's only in his 9th fight is a risk that most people say is not worth taking.
And a guy that can punch as well. 2 more to go here. Final fight, as I say, on prelims here in Sheffield, the Utilita Arena. Ibrahim Sulaimaan, very impressive. As Barry says, only his 9th outing in there with a man that has 22 victories to his name. He's stepped up and fought some good quality opponents, has Chereji. But he's passing this test and passing it with flying colours, Barry.
Yeah, you just see there all that pocket of work, even though none of it actually landed that clean. But the rhythm in his work is just so nice to watch. When he throws that up, you throw an uppercut, hook over the top, uppercut to the body again. And just the whipping movement to it is just really, really good to watch. Flashy without being showboating.
And it's quite an unusual combination to throw, and a difficult one to throw, unless you have the skill set that this man has.
And again, they go back, and the range he has. You've got to have those long whipping arms to do it.
Sort of skipping a step left and right. And yeah, he's just been stopped, allowing to throw Chereji. Again, you see, look, he looks for that right hook, and it's the step out of range. Didn't look for the counter there, Sulaimaan, but again, just demonstrating that far superior speed. And yeah, it certainly, Barry, has the look of someone who's enjoying himself in there.
But what's important now, and it's important for your development, and you learn it in these sort of fights, is keeping that concentration. Because everything's going your own way here now. So you start to coast. That's when mistakes happen, and that's it. And against an experienced guy, he might just slide in for the first time and throw that right hand, and this time it lands clean, and then you start to unravel. So it's keeping the concentration, even when things are all going your way. Actually, it's harder when things are all going your way than when they're not, because you have to force the concentration out to try and claw the fight back. When everything's going your own way, you can just be coasting and enjoying yourself too much at times. So he hasn't done that yet, but it's just a little caveat there that he doesn't make that mistake.
A little bit of marking around and under that right eye of Sulaimaan.
That's the inside of his own glove. That is.
Yeah, he's taken shots, hasn't he? Yeah, the left hook of Chereji.
Chereji knows now, and it's a horrible place to be. When you make a mistake, you know you're going to get countered.
Every single time.
Yeah, so it sort of slows you up. You can see how tense he is.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't even commit to that jab there, did he?
That's what I always say. I say it all the time when somebody has power, make him feel it early, make the opponent feel it early, because it'll slow him down, it'll tense him up, because they know if they don't get it right, they're going to get hurt, and it makes him tense, and makes him tight, and slows him down, and tires him out.
Well, 7 good rounds in the bag for the youngster from Birmingham, Ibrahim Sulaimaan. 1 more to go before we head over to the Zone. 7 p.m. So much action.
My face is my trophy.
You got pictures of me in your house?
What's that? A lot of me. So you're like favourites, yeah. Uncle Darren, they call you in my house.
Proud. Final fight here on prelims. Final round, the 8th round. Ibrahim Sulaimaan, James Chereji.
I got more stuff for Joe Kazagi than I have on me. How crazy is that? Or stalkerish, possibly.
I don't know about that. What a great 46-0, legend.
To watch his career was just after one of the joys of my life.
You was there, weren't you, in Madison Square Garden when he fought Roy Jones?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, this has been one out of canter here for Ibraheem Sulaimaan. He's been in a nice rhythm. He's not taken any silly risks. The counter-punching, the speed of hand, foot, the reactions have been very, very impressive. It'd be tough to beat, that's for sure. He's stopped James Chereji from letting his hands go.
Yeah, he's just clammed him up, hasn't he? He slowed him down and put him in a box. That's exactly what he's done. I mean, how do you match him now? That's the worry. I mean, you can't just let him loose. But, you know, you're having to pay more money. I mean, they're going to hate hearing this on the matchroom, but you have to pay more money. Get people to fight him. He's going to start fighting for titles now at the lower level. But then that's going to be a risk not worth taking for other people.
Have him 11th in the rankings. Got Giorgio Vizioli, Weston Barney-Smith, Danny Quatermain, Reece Bellotti, Masood Abdullah, Josh Warrington, Josh Padley, Lee Wood, Jazza Dickens, the Cinderella man of the division. Ryan Garner, he looked very good last time out, didn't he, against Reece Bellotti. Getting the job done in the last round in Bournemouth.
Reece Bellotti looked fantastic as well, even though he lost, I thought.
Always fit, always game, always willing to leave everything in the ring.
Paddy's a great fight. Sulaiman's been fantastic. And there's some names there that they're just not even worth talking about because they're bigger names. Other names that are so far ahead of him, even though they're in the British ratings, they're world level fighters, so you forget about those. And then some of the other names, and you don't. Vizioli, looks fantastic. His boxing title, of course, in Philadelphia. Weston Barney-Smith is a fantastic talent as well. It's a really fantastic division.
It really is, and good work there. Left to the body, finished with a right hook upstairs. Did Sulaimaan. Just over 30 seconds here in the final round.
Again, though, he's kept that concentration I spoke about in the last round. He's still controlling everything, not coasting.
Yeah, he's all carried away. He's stuck to the plan.
He can do 12 rounds like this easy. But everything's been at his rhythm, his pace.
I'm sure himself and manager JK will be on the phone and desperate to be out ASAP. Little marking around that right eye, no cuts and nothing to worry about. A very good solid display from the 24-year-old Ibraheem Sulaimaan from Birmingham, progressing very, very well, certainly in that his first real step up against a man with 22 victories, 10 inside the distance. He passes that with, as I said earlier, flying colours, and it will be very, very intriguing to see where he goes next, what he challenges for next.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Matching him is going to be the difficult thing. Yeah, he's a real talent, he really is. And where he goes, who knows? But I mean, he has the potential to go very, very far. He really does.
Yep, brilliant performance there. Let's hand over to Ben Edwards, who has the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action, we go to your referee scorecards. Referee Steve Gray scores the contest 80-72 in favor of your winner. He's still undefeated, Spider Ibraheem Sulaimaan.
Yeah, Ibraheem Sulaimaan moves to 9-0 as a professional, and that a very, very good display against a step up in James Chereji. Exciting times ahead for the youngster from Birmingham, but so much to look forward to this evening. What a card we have for you over on the zone in around 3 minutes time. 7 p.m. Josh Padley, Reece Bellotti, that rematch after the controversial draw, Janae Bostam, Bilal Fawaz, and then the big one, AllenMakmoudov, Dave Allen. Live 7 p.m. We'll see you soon.